Welcome to the program Know Your Government by Ekam IAS, an initiative where a government scheme is picked upon, elaborated and is followed by a question which is in line with the UPSC pattern. Today we will look into a scheme which is known as Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, or the scheme is abbreviated as Saanjhi. Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Now, this scheme is basically a village development project. The scheme aspired to develop the villages across our nation is one of the key idea in the scheme. Now, this was launched in the year 2014 during Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan's birth anniversary. Jayaprakash Narayan's birth anniversary in 2014 is when this scheme has been launched. Its key idea is to come up with an integrated development of the selected villages. Across different factions, like in the areas like agriculture, health, education, sanitation, environment, livelihoods, etc. So, whatever be the key areas which are going to impact upon people's life, come up with an integrated developmental plan for that village is the idea of Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Then, the goal is to develop basically, or these villages which are being identified and those are to be developed upon are identified by a term which is known as Adarsh Grams. Adarsh Grams. So the goal in the scheme when this was launched in 2014 was to come up with close to 3 villages by an MP. So we'll discuss about the MP's role subsequently. Or 3 villages by the end of 2019, in which one needs to be achieved by 2016. And subsequently, the scheme is to be advanced upon and they can develop other Adarsh grams till the year of 2024. I'll repeat it once more. Initial plan was to develop upon the villages till 2019, wherein which each an MP should focus upon 3 villages, wherein which among those 3 one should be developed by 2016. And subsequently they could take upon each village in an year and focusing upon its development by 2024. Now, what are all some of the key objectives of the scheme? Key objectives involve to trigger process which leads to holistic development of the identified Grama Panchayat. Holistic development of the identified Grama Panchayat. And to improve the standard of living and quality of life. Improve the standard of living and quality of life for people who are residing in those Grama Panchayats. How? By focusing upon the improvement of the basic amenities which people would need. 1. Higher productivity among these people, focusing upon that part. Enhanced human capital development. Better livelihood opportunities. Reduce disparities. If at all there are any present in the village in terms of caste, creed, religion, etc. Then access to rights and entitlements. Wider social mobilization and enrich social capital. Or the cruxes to have a comprehensive development of that village in a palatable way, both in social, economical, political, as well as in the all the developmental front, is one of the key idea of this scheme. Now, also to generate models of local development and effective local governance, because here what we are planning to develop is a village. So there is a lot of governance which is going to come from the local people or people in the local area. Again, focusing upon their strength as well as their capital development and focusing upon the local governance is also one of the key ideas in this one. To nurture the identified Adarsh grams as schools of local development to train other Gram Panchayats. If one Gram Panchayat has been identified and they have been developed to the idea of an Adarsh gram, subsequently they can be taken upon as a model so that new other villages which are going to be developed can take lessons from this Adarsh grams. So a training as well as a sharing and learning mechanism is also envisaged under this scheme. Now, as Mahatma Gandhi says, the rural India is one of the key for holding the entire nation together. And Saanjhi will keep the soul of rural India. So keeping above the soul of rural India alive, but by ensuring quality access to basic amenities and opportunities to citizens in those rural areas is what the scheme is going to achieve. Also, as we have seen, the development in the scheme is on a very comprehensive note. So a lot of focus is also there in the scheme in terms of instilling some great social values among our citizens, like dignity to women, focusing upon the social justice for the citizens, having or ensuring that there is a gender equality which is being practiced in the Adarsh grams, cleanliness of the Adarsh grams, and these Adarsh grams are maintained in a very good eco-friendly space as well. So a comprehensive development is what this scheme is being tasked upon. Now, Grama Panchayat would be the basic unit. A Grama Panchayat would be the basic unit for development in the scheme, and close to 3,000 to 5,000 population. If an area is having close to that, especially in a plain region, that can be chosen upon for development is the idea in this one. And the pivotal role in this scheme is being played by the MPs, that is the member of parliament's nation. What they have to do is, it is the responsibility of each MPs to identify Adarsh grams within their regions under specific criteria and focus upon its development. So the MPs are playing a very pivotal role in this scheme. Now, the point here is, if an MP is a Lok Sabha MP, he has to choose a Grama Panchayat from within his or her constituency. A Lok Sabha MP to choose this gram for development from his or her constituency, whereas if it is a Rajya Sabha MP, he can choose a village or a Grama Panchayat from the rural area of a district of his or her choice in the state from which he is elected. So for Rajya Sabha MP, a village from the state in which he is elected, whereas for the nominated MPs, they can choose a village from anywhere across the country or from any district in the country. A nominated MP can choose a village. So it is their responsibility to pick up on this Grama Panchayats and focus upon this development. So understand about the sustainability of this scheme. If this is going to be implemented in a, or if this scheme has been implemented in a very good note, this can yield rich dividends, because as long as this nation is going to exist, we will have a sustainable units of member of parliament is also going to exist. So if an MP in their tenure can develop at least 5 Grama Panchayats, that is 1 Grama Panchayat in a year, to this focused mode of development, India can yield big rich dividends. This is one of the key ideas as well in this scheme. MPs will engage with the community, facilitate the village development plan and mobilize the necessary resources. The planning process or the planning of the activities will be done in each village on a participatory note, and that will be coordinated by the district collector, and it will be the MPs who will be giving their directions and suggestions to the district collector, so that the implementation can be done on a very smooth note. Saanjhi focuses upon community participation, strengthening up of local democracy, because some of the key features which we need to understand about the scheme is focus to community participation, strengthening up of local democracy, as we have already discussed, again focusing upon the good governance aspect and to facilitate that. Then one key idea is about holding Mahila Sabhas and Bal Sabhas. Holding Mahila Sabhas and Bal Sabhas in those identified Adarsh grams, so that the issues in the local region which is pertaining to women and children are coming up and being discussed upon is also one of the key feature. Focusing upon e-governance mode as well as ensuring universal access to the education facility, because education is one of the key part which every citizen should have, and Saanjhi is also planning to play its part in that angle as well. Now, personal development of the citizens through sports, regular physical exercise, balanced nutrition, personal hygiene, etc. is also focused, and this scheme is being implemented by the Ministry of Rural Development. Ministry of Rural Development is the nodal ministry which is implementing the Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana scheme. One of the key feature of the scheme is that it is planning or it is proposing at something which is known as a midterm evaluation, as well as for in that evaluation who are be the people who have been doing good, there is also a reward and recognition mechanism also is envisaged under this scheme, and that would play a vital role in terms of the sustainability of the scheme. Under the scheme, they are planning to come up with or they are planning to reward people for the best practices which has been followed in a village, then best charge officers, best district collectors, as well as best Adarsh grams. Best practices, best charge officers, best district collectors, as well as best Adarsh grams, so that the sustainability of the scheme is being maintained upon. That is the crux of the scheme, and we will now see a question which is specific to Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. Consider the following statements related to Saansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. This is an initiative by the Ministry of Rural Development and Ministry of Science and Technology. So we know that this is an initiative by the Ministry of Rural Development, but Science and Technology is not the key ministry involved in this one, which is making the first statement false. So option A is false, as well as option C is eliminated, and the remaining option is B and D for us. Then, a Rajya Sabha MP may choose a Grama Panchayat from the rural area of any district in the country. So, Rajya Sabha MP cannot do that. He have to choose the Panchayat from the state in which he is being elected upon, whereas this provision is being applicable to the nominated members, which is making the second statement also false. So, both 1 and 2 is false, which is giving us the option as neither 1 nor 2. Thank you so much.